Hello and welcome back to another video. Inmate Dion here. We are doing What If Naruto Had a Water Spirit Part 6. Yes, this is a double upload today. This one's a little later than the other video. Yesterday I wanted to spread them. The other video earlier, and this is Part 6. So this part, they're going into the final stage of the Shunin exams. So right before that, of course, there's a big giant training arc. Not giant, but there's a training arc for each of them. I've decided they're each going to train together, and here's how. But before we get into it, hit that like button, hit the subscribe button, hit that notification bell so you can be updated on my daily uploads. And now, let's get into the video. As the third exam for the shooting exam, and the operators of the shooting exams then say you have 2 weeks to train for the next stage for the last stage of the shooting exams. This gives Naruto the best idea yet. So Naruto then tells Sasuke and Nami to train with him so they each can train each other stronger. Nami and Sasuke say, but I'm trying to actually get different. How can training with you help us? Naruto then weaves some signs and unleashes the water spirit. This is his first time showing it to anybody. As Nami and Sasuke see this, they know that with Naruto they can get stronger. And Naruto then weaves a sign to have Kurama come out. Not big, but as a small. Sasuke laughs. He's like, what's that thing? What is that thing gonna help you with? And then Naruto says, Kurama, punch him. Sasuke says, punch me? What is he? A punch straight into Sasuke's stomach, blasting Sasuke far back. And then Sasuke says, oh, I understand. So yeah, Sasuke then explain that Sasuke and Nami then agree to train with Naruto so they can both get stronger. Nami takes this seriously as they all need to, get at least about a whole different move. One good different move. Naruto then exclaims, I need to get stronger with both of these spirits I have to guide, so I can protect the village. Sasuke, with your help, you can help me get stronger. And you too, Nami. But together, we each will get stronger in our own ways. In my last time training, when I trained for 3 days, 3 nights straight, it was the most difficult training I've been through, even though it was only for 3 days and 3 nights. I was mainly focusing on the cat spirit. But this time, I'll be more focused on the Nine Tails. But before we start this training, I want to figure out what each of our summonings is. Just to let you guys know, we have 2 weeks of training. The first week will be us finding our summonings. Don't worry, I have this all planned out. Sasuke nods, and so does Nami. First week will be finding our summonings, says Naruto, and the second week will be training with each other. This excites Nami and Sasuke and Naruto all together. Naruto then says, I've heard of a way to do it. It's pretty rare. You weave the signs of summoning and it will teleport you to the one that you are meant to go to. Naruto and Sasuke and Nami say they're not ready yet. Naruto then says, you might not be ready yet. You might want to pack some stuff as you go. They all agree. They pack up stuff and they go to Kakashi Sensei and says they're going far away to train. Naruto weaves multiple signs. Naruto, Sasuke, and Nami weave multiple signs. They bite their thumb and get blood, and they weave multiple signs. Naruto then says goodbye. Gyo Ketsu Jutsu or something like that. Summoning Jutsu, whatever, and then all 3 of them disappear with their stuff. Naruto basically appears and awakes into a place full of different kinds of cats. There's tigers. There's not wolves. I said wolves. There's tigers. There's leopards. There's cheetah, and there's lions. But the one he sees the most is the king of them all. Well, at least he thinks. It's humongous. It's a giant panther. Well, not a giant panther, my bad. A giant lion. He sees other giant ones, just like there's a giant black panther, giant leopard, giant cheetah. but there's none as big as that giant lion. Naruto there is determined. We phase over to Sasuke. Sasuke, he Sasuke, he wakes up in a place full of hawks. And yes, I know that some Sasuke can summon hawks in the future. That's why I feel like hawks are more meant for him since he's like a new Uchiha. Just like what's it called? Obito says, will you fly like a hawk or will you fly like a crow? Or or will you slither like a snake? I think it was something like that. So yeah, Sasuke came up to a place full of hawks, he said. And Sasuke thought to himself, normal as I am in a Uchiha. Sasuke sees multiple flying beasts, humongous flying beasts, and some beasts capable of many things. Each of these what's it called? Some of these have their very famous, they have their own famous things that they can do, such as these hawks can flap their wings so hard that humongous winds and even flames, super humongous. The flames aren't even red; they're blue flames. Can come from their wings by a flap. So Sasuke spent his week training there with the hawks. Naruto's, the tigers and stuff. They can give Naruto strength. Like, okay, so let's say, let me just get to Nami's first. Let me get to Nami before I explain them all. Nami, she spawns at a place full of elegant elk and deer. Deer and elk, if you guys know what those are, like deer, like basically just deer, but they're different kind of deer. Their horns are sharp and pointy, and like there's humongous ones, there's small ones, and there's little baby ones. But of course, the little baby ones and the small ones, they grow small fast. Like in Naruto, Gamakichi and I forgot the retarded one's name. They grew fast, and then at the end of Shippuden, like from OG Naruto, they were little. Then Shippuden, they were like pretty big frogs. Like in real world, that's unrealistic. But and then in Shippuden, they were humongous, as big as Gantabunta. I think that's his name. The chief toad. So yeah. Now let me get into each one's ability. Okay, Naruto with the tigers and stuff, they can cast like I'm gonna name the abilities of each summoning. Summonings, they each have great strength. Naruto's beast and cats, they each have these sharp claws full of cutting, and they can cast great abilities. Each cat has its own special ability. Cheetah have wind ability. The cheetah cats have a wind ability. It can basically, kind of like a wind ability. No. Cheetah has lightning ability because it's great speed. What's it called? The Black Panther has an earth ability. And then a leopard has it doesn't really have an elemental ability, but if there was an elemental ability for the leopard, it would probably also be earth, but it's not as good with the as the Black Panther. But the leopard can help Naruto with it's stronger than any other one of the other animals. Tigers, they use fire. Tigers' main abilities are the fire, and the lion uses wind because of his sharp roar. You guys are like, oh, which one's water? And the water is the regular cat. Water is the regular cat. Well, actually, none of them really have water because that is for the cat spirit. But there's no spirits over there, and water isn't really an animal type thing, unless it goes into like fish or toad. Toad is a really animal type thing. For Sasuke, each bird has since they're hawks, they each have, they can help Sasuke fly up in the air. Like he can use them wings to fly. Each flap is super dangerous and fierce, with fierce wind slices, and fierce fire can come out of the wings and the mouth of the beak of the bird. And then Ino's abilities with the deer, they have those very strong legs, so they can jump and run high. So riding these, and their horns are so sharp, giving them even better wind abilities. Because if you've watched me, if you listened to the last part, you can see that like she used wind, and the horns of the elk use great wind attacks with the horns, causing them to be very sharp and deadly. So sage modes for each of them, which they will not learn sage modes because they're not really matured and they don't really know about that yet. Naruto sage mode would be what's it called? Naruto sage mode would be with the like different cats. It will be like a cat sage mode. It won't be named like tiger or lion. No, it's cat sage mode. And he's able to use the strength of the tiger, which is the strongest, not the strongest out of all of them, but it's like strength wise, it's strong. The speed of a cheetah, the jumps of a leopard, and the fierceness of a panther, and the leadership of the lion. And keep in mind, this sage mode of the cat one, it doesn't just change strength and speed, it also changes mentality. So in this form, Naruto would act different than usual. It's like if you watch Naruto in his Beiran mode, he was over here, he sounded like a god. He was over here Rasengan. He sounded different. He was acting totally different in his form, if you know what I mean. So yeah, Sasuke's sage mode will give him wings on his back. It won't look weird. It will be like these like chakra looking wings, but they will form a bit of like a bird's wing. And this form, it will give him great wind abilities and fire abilities, and it will give him extra strength and extra speed. And Ino's, her basically is the same, but her sage mode will give her horns. Her eyes will look different. She will be able to run faster and jump higher. So yeah, and of course use the wind to a better extent. So that's each of their abilities in sage mode. And yes, I know, isn't this under a stretch? No, it's not a stretch. I don't care what you say. So yeah, now let's continue. So basically, so as the week goes by, and Naruto, Sasuke, and Nami come back stronger than they were before. They each signed a contract with their animals, and even Naruto signed a contract with the lion. Sasuke signed a contract with the chief hawk, and Nami signed a contract with the chief deer. And just let you know, the lion is the chief, so chief lion or whatever, chief cat. So yeah, which is the lion. They signed a contract for everybody, so not everybody, but the ones that they need the most. So, Sasuke, they're all coming back different. Naruto then says, "You guys shall use your summonings against me, and gets the Nine Tails. We will all be fighting the Nine Tails." Just keep in mind, Naruto, Sasuke, and Nami are far away where nobody can even see. Because keep in mind, if the village figure out that Naruto's letting Kurama and them go berserk on them, because remember, Kurama is not sealed anymore. Berserk, that'll be crazy. They'll go, if they see that he's berserk, they'll go crazy. You know what I'm saying? They'll be crazy about that. So Naruto then summons the Nine Tails, kind of, it's not Nine Tails full power, because if it was Nine Tails full power, it'd be a little too strong for any of them to handle whatsoever. But it's about like a quarter of its power, so it's still really, really strong. The cat spirit, actually, never mind, my bad. They're fighting the cat spirit, not Kurama, because Kurama is the one fighting with Naruto on this one. Naruto, Sasuke, and Nami go weeks fighting this cat spirit, and the cat spirit isn't even really sweating with them. He's smacking them around, but using their summonings, it is a pretty difficult. When they use their summoning, it's a pretty difficult task for the what's it called? For the cat spirit. It's not difficult. It's just more than easy. It's not easy. So Naruto summons the chief cat, Nami summons the chief deer, and Sasuke summons the chief hawk. Each one has its own strength. Sasuke's in the air. Naruto's riding a giant lion, fierce. And he's on top of the giant lion with fierce claws, fierce mane, and Nami's on a giant, humongous deer with long and elegant legs and giant and sharp horns. And Sasuke's on a humongous hawk with a shark beak and giant wings. They all use a combination attack. Naruto uses wind. Sasuke flaps his wing and make fire, which is blue fire. Keep in mind, and what's it called? Nami uses wind to add on to that fire. It's an ultimate attack, but as we know, fire isn't really much against water. And the cat spirit with its humongous ability with water instantly defeats that fire. But he does say, I'm impressed with that attack. That attack can probably kill, well, not kill, but hurt and badly injure a Kage. This shocks Naruto, Sasuke, and Nami, and as they hear this, they know that this combination attack is probably the strongest one. That is the strongest one that they've even seen yet. Just keep in mind, Orochimaru is observing the three of them, and Orochimaru knew something was up with Naruto. Orochimaru knew Naruto was different, and is so like lusted by this, and he wants it so bad. He wants Sasuke's eyes, Naruto's abilities, and Nami's special jutsu. And if he gets all these, he'll be unstoppable. And this is where I'm ending part 6. So hit that like button, hit the subscribe button, hit that notification bell so you can be updated on my daily uploads. And on the next video we'll be getting into the actual fighting. So and Pete, like the shooting exam. So hit the like button, hit the notification bell so you can be updated on my daily uploads. And peace out.